Good morning, friends. How is everybody today? I hope you guys are doing really good. I am doing a super fun project today, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. All right, so let me get this pulled up. Get my I'm trying to figure out how this goes. I'm still working on the details of this. Hi, Chantel. Hey, Barb. Do you guys hear an echo? Thanks, babe. That's my husband. Okay. Just wanted to be sure. I hear a major echo in my ears, but that's all right. Okie dokie. So let me go ahead and get this posted out, and then we'll get started on our projects. Chantel says just a bit. Everything is muted. Okay. Is that better? Did that help at all? Hopefully. All right, you guys let me know. You get an echo now? Okay. There we go. I am posting this out to some groups here, and then we'll get started on our project for today. I am simultaneously broadcasting to Facebook and YouTube. So awesome. Great. This is the first time I've done that, so we'll see how it goes. It's this new StreamYard that I'm using. It's so fun. Did you guys that beep sound, or is that just I can't figure out exactly all the workings of it. All right. All the groups here. And I'll be shutting Facebook off on my end in just a minute. That might help. All right. All right. Almost done, I promise. This is like the boring part. But I think Facebook has finally fixed their algorithm. I think we're far enough removed from the election that they're putting things back to normal. There we go. All done. Awesome. All set up here. Oh, my husband joined on YouTube. There we go. So today we've got a fun project to do. But first things first, let me introduce myself. I'm Suzanne Martin. I'm the Chocolate Lady. And I'm with Chalk Couture. Chalk Couture is a high-end DIY craft supply business. They make all kinds of awesome things like silkscreen transfers that we will be using today. They have chalk paste, which is like thick chalk paint, but it's water soluble and can be removed with water to do lots of reusable projects. And they have chalkboards like the one you see behind my head, and lots of different surfaces. But you can chalk on just about anything. So I'm going to be chalking today on a rustic look wood board that I bought at the craft store. Oh, yeah. I'm going back up here and seeing all of your comments to make sure I didn't miss anything important here. All right. Awesome. So I'm just kind of making sure I didn't miss anything. So also, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you like this post on Facebook or give me a thumbs up or whatever you do on YouTube. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to make this stuff and to have my side-by-side camera view for my project now. So when you first get your transfers, they come in that plastic sleeve. But I save the sleeves for my larger transfers, and I don't for my smaller ones. I hang my transfers with the sleeves. They have this nice little hole here for hanging. I'm saying a lot. I don't know what my deal is. Okay, so guys, one of the great things about our silkscreen transfers are that they are adhesive and reusable 8 to 12 times, which makes them super awesome. They're sticky like a sticker. You clean them off when you're finished using them, and you can reuse them over and over again. I do have one transfer that I have used 30 times, and it is still going, but all of them last that long. One of the great things that you get with the adhesive is that it doesn't bleed under the edge like a standard craft store stencil. But it's so sticky that it can be a problem. So you do what's called buzzing. You literally lay down a towel. You can use any towel. This one is a Chalk Couture towel, but you don't have to use a Chalk Couture towel. And you pick up fuzz on the adhesive, and then you don't have to worry about it sticking so badly. And when you're done, you clean the back off, and you can wipe most of the fuzz off. So I'm just going to fuzz this 3 or 4 times. I want it to stick well. We're using this on a textured surface, so it's going to be a bit of a issue with bleeding anyway, just because of the texture. But no worries. That'll probably do. Okay, so first things first, let's make sure our board is turned the right way. It's not. So I'm glad I checked. So it's got the little rope that hangs up here. It's a good thing I was paying attention. Okay, so I want to try to center this on my board. Top to bottom, not as important to me as the left to right. The board is not exactly the same all the way around. It's wider on this side than it is on this side. So I think I'm going to try to match it up at the top and not worry about the bottom as much. But side to side is important for me. Okay, that's pretty darn close. Let me adjust this a little. Okay, we got it laid down. Now, normally I would start on the side and I would go across to smooth it out. This time we're going to start in the middle and spread this way. Now, I'm not using traditional colors for Christmas. I am actually going to be doing our truck in green and black wheels. We're going to do a little bit of gray around the bumper and stuff. I actually printed a picture of a truck that I liked, and this is what we're going to be using as kind of a template. Yeah. I also have off-white. So I'm doing 2 different Christmases in my house. Upstairs is our traditional red and green, and downstairs is our farmhouse. So I went to the craft store this weekend. They had a buy one, get 2 free on tree skirts and stockings. So I bought a tree cuff. It's like a metal. Oh my gosh, my brain's quitting on me, guys. Y'all help me out. Like a stainless steel cuff that goes around your tree. And I got 2 stockings for free. They have the fur around them, and it's like a off-white knit. So my colors for Christmas down here are green, off-white, black, and I might mix in some gold and stuff, but I'm not sure. We're going with very neutral, earthy farmhouse colors. So I've got meadow, black velvet, white, and dune are the colors that I have here. So I'm trying to see if I have a different color green we can do for our tree. I do. This one is called Rainforest. This is an old color that you can't get anymore. I'm trying to see here where my catalog is to tell you guys if there's a different color you can get that's close. There really isn't. So I would say if you want to get something similar to this, you need to mix a little black, a little tide, and a little meadow. Those 3 colors will get you close. All right, so our truck is going to be this green, and our tree is going to be Rainforest. And then all of our writing and stuff is going to be in dune. Maybe white, because I don't know if the dune will show up super good. So we'll see. I've got my picture over here off to the side so I can look at it. I find inspiration everywhere. All right. Oh, if you're new or if you're joining, please say hi. I'd like to know where you're from, and say hello and tell me where you're from. All right, we're going to go ahead and start down here because that way I can avoid getting my arms in the paste. And I've got lots of different squeegees here that we're going to be using. So I'm wondering if this is going to show up real well. I think we're going to have to use the white. I'm running low on my white. I just ordered some, and I got a shipping notice yesterday. So it'll be here soon. But for now, this is what we have. So I'm going to do all my words. You know what? I'm going to use dune. I want to. And we're going to do our windows in white. That's what we'll do. So I still need to fix this up. I'm all over the place today, you guys. Got my spray bottle here. I always keep it here because sometimes you need to thin your paste down, like this, for instance. Now we may have to do a little of the paste and peel method today, which is where you chalk a little bit of it, peel it up, let it dry, and then put it back down again. You'll hear my stuffy nose. It's not too bad, but the allergies today are really bugging me. I don't know what the deal is. All right, our white looks good. Let's check our dune here. I've never used it. How is that possible? Oh, I had fawn. So fawn color that was really close to this that I've been using. If you guys saw me do my tabletop makeover for my side table, you saw me use that fawn. I used it on a dark stained wood. It looks so good. All right, these are good. And this is a brand new black. Just pulled it out of the container today. Now I've had it for a while. You could tell because they don't put a seal on it like this anymore. You get the thicker foam seal that's easier to peel up. Maybe I can get it. So guys, I'm on TikTok now. I'm all over the place. Got Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. Covering all my bases. I learned a bit of a lesson this past election season when Facebook decided to switch up their algorithm and stop posting out people's posts the same way they did, that I need to spread myself out a little bit more. Putting all of my hope into one social media platform is not a good idea, because when it stops working properly, it's a major effect. All right, my black velvet looks good. And lastly, this one, well, there's two. This one's going to be real thick. I already know it. Y'all are so quiet today. What's going on, y'all? Warm water would be so much better here. I don't know if I can thin it down enough to get it. Let's try a tray. So we have these really great little paste trays here. I don't need very much, but I think I can probably break this down better in the tray. Oh no! Ah, okay, barely. I can clean that off super fast. That's what paper towels are for, right? Oh yeah, so if you're new and you haven't already, make sure you like and follow my business page on Facebook. And you can follow my YouTube page if you would like. And make sure that you like or heart or something this video too. There we go. Trying to break this up. If I were to put some warm water in here, it would melt down. I don't know if that's the right word, melt, but it would dissolve better with the water. You very rarely actually have to throw out your paste. You can almost always work it until it is a usable consistency. And that consistency is sour cream or yogurt. You want it creamy and drippy, but not runny. That's the best way I can think to describe what that consistency should look like. I wasn't planning to use this color, or I probably would have gotten this prepped beforehand. But I got to thinking, probably don't need to use the same green for my truck that's used for the tree. Now I could do this entire thing in one color, like white or dune, and it would still look really awesome. All right, more water. more tools here. Here we go. I've had this since last year. This was something that we had last winter season. They switch out the colors all the time. Sometimes they bring old ones back, and sometimes they don't. But you could almost always get real close in some way or another. All right, guys, I'm feeling good about this. Still some chunks in there, but I feel like I got enough to do the tree, and it'll look good, I think. Yeah. Go. Put a little bit more water in there so it can sit while we're doing the rest of this. There we go. That ought to work just fine. And I will scrape any extra back into my container next time. I have green all over me now. Paper towels. Yay. Oh, thanks, Brenda. I appreciate you, lady. I have, Barb, my iPhone in front of me and my iPad above me. I actually use a photo backdrop stand that I bought it for $23. That's what's over my table. So it's got 2 poles with tripod bases and 1 pole that goes across. And I bought an Arkin stand a couple of years ago, and it came with a iPad mount. So I just unscrewed the mount from the Arkin pole and put it up here on the pole above me. And actually, this is called StreamYard that I'm using here. Now, I paid for the basic service, but they do have a free service as well. So if I want to, I can put my brand in the corner, but I'm not going to today because it kind of covers up my project. And you can do all kinds of other things too. I can change the way the bottom looks. I can add banners. I just haven't done all that stuff yet. You got to set it all up first. So I'm going to actually do the minimal here. Cool. I got too much stuff in my camera view now. Part of the reason I wanted to do this is so I could download this video and turn all of my projects into a fast motion video. Hey, Trey. Last color here to get ready, guys. And this is Meadow. It looks good already, so I don't need to worry about it. All right, now that we got all of our colors ready, we're down here and we're going to do our tire on both these tires here. And we're going to do our bumper and see what else do I need on the detail. My headlights and that. We'll do the center of our tires all in gray. Oh, I forgot the gray. Goodness gracious. Now, guys, this is an old container they don't sell anymore. Oh, this is really thick too. I don't have any more trays right here handy. I washed them and left them in the other room. I'll do it in the lid. My gray is so thick. I really don't need very much. I'm gonna have to get my other tool. Where's that? There it is. This is called a multi-tool. And it is super handy for getting in these deep bottles. I think that's the reason why they don't make these anymore. It was a little bit difficult to do this, so that ought to do it. Just needs a smidge of water. And we'll get this all on here. Like I said, we're going to be doing this the paste and peel method, which is where you do a little bit and pull it up and do a little bit more. Here we go. Make sure it's good before I start using it. So today's a school day for my boy, my kindergartner. My other kids, of course, have school. Oh my gosh, you guys, I did something funny last night. So I meal plan about a week and a half out every week. And then I buy groceries accordingly. So last night I was meal planning for the next week and a half. And I'm putting all my stuff together. And I saw an email pop up and I was like, oh, next week is Thanksgiving. You can, Brenda. Yes, this is available in Canada. If you follow the link that I pinned in my Facebook comments, then you can get to my website and buy anything on there that you want. Or if you're interested in being a designer, you can also do that on there. And I can send you more information about that. Or you can go on there and just go to the little drop-down menu and it'll say become a designer. And you can look FAQ, watch a video that'll show you everything in the starter kit. Like, it's all there. Okay, now we're really good. I've got a mini squeegee here. This is one that I cut apart. You can't actually buy them this small. Not little ones like this. We have a detail tool that has a small squeegee end. And then we have a multi-tool that I just used. And it also has a small squeegee on the end. Okay, guys, so I'm kind of painting this on a little bit to cover the wheel. I want to try to stick in this space to add this extra detail. This is kind of hard to do, I will tell you. You can use a paintbrush. I don't actually have one in here. I took them upstairs to use in my garage for the projects I was doing there and forgot to bring them down. Okay, so there's our tire center. Same thing over here. I'm trying to be careful. I stop talking when I'm concentrating. So if you guys are like, why isn't she saying anything? It's because I can't multitask like that, okay? Concentration takes silence. All right, so the texture on this surface is definitely going to cause some bleeding. I expect it. I'm okay with it. So just keep in mind the different surfaces that you use this on will make a difference in the way it looks when it's finished. Okay, gray there. My bumper needs to also be gray. I could have used silver. We do have a gorgeous silver shimmer. Silver shimmer. It's like a tongue tie. Oh my gosh. What's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Yeah, small details. I can't work when I'm doing a small detail. Guys, don't be crazy. Can't talk and work at the same time. All right, so we're just gonna go like all of this is bumper and just chalk this out because I really don't know how to separate the like bumper space from the truck space in this area. So we're gonna say this whole thing is bumper. Now when I get up here, I'm not going to go past this little line right here. So I'll chalk that like this. And see, guys, this paste will dry within 2 to 3 minutes. So you have to kind of move quickly. But that's why the paste and peel method is so good. Because you can pull it up and dry it and take your time a little bit better while you're working on your projects. There we go. Now I may lose some detail on this bumper because texture. We're going to get our lights. And then we will do windshield. Really sick there. And white. And I think that's all we need for the gray. So because it took me so long, well, let's smooth this out. Because it took me so long, I think it'd be better if we went ahead and pulled it, just because I don't want it to dry before we get it up. So let's pull this up. I'm going to leave it attached so I can lay it right back down where it was. Yeah, see, we lose a little detail here, but you'll be able to see it better whenever it's done. So I'm going to do it on the cool setting and just for a couple minutes, not even. Now I know you guys can't hear me so well when the hair dryer is on. Okay, we just want to get it dry enough so it won't smear. So I just need to press this down again. I'm going to get paste on my fingers. It's going to happen. There's really not much I can do about it. It's not too bad though. Just want to get this pressed down around the edges where I'll be coming in with my green and around the other areas where I'll be chalking. All right. Yeah, just a little bit. Once again, paper towels. All right, let's see. We're doing black around the tires. That's pretty much the only black that's going on here. So with that right now. There is no like specific spot for the black to stop. So we're just going to be careful and try to mark it out how I think it should be. I'll kind of use that as a guide, some of this area. And I can always come back in here and clean this up a little bit after the fact. Because my tire is going to be a real weird shape right here. What I can do is come back in with a paintbrush or with the edge of a squeegee and touch it up a little bit. Add some green on top of it to make it so it's not so weirdly shaped. I'm just getting a little bit of paste at a time so I get more control over where it's going. But like I said before, guys, if you wanted to do this in one color, it would still look awesome. Are you all still getting an echo? Because I'm hearing an echo in my ear real bad. I don't think you are, Chantel. I really don't. I don't think you're truly crafting if you're not making a mess. I mean, how can you be a creative person if you're not messy? I don't like to be messy, but it's just the fact. There we go. Got right up to the edge there. Same thing here. I do want to try to steer clear of those little lines because those are going to be that dune color. And I certainly don't want to be mixing black in with my dune. I'm trying to be careful. Now here's where we need to get more of a rounded shape. There we go, that'll work. Exactly, but it's close. There we go. But yeah, so I totally forgot next week was Thanksgiving. I was in the process of like processing my cart when I realized next week's Thanksgiving, and I literally have nothing for Thanksgiving. So I was like, oh shoot. So I had to go through and delete a bunch of stuff and then redo the cart, add a turkey and all the fixins. We're going to try a new sweet potato recipe this year. My sister suggested it and I was like, that sounds awesome. Put all the ingredients in the cart. And then I told her she was going to be the one making it. She was like, okay. Because honestly, the rest of what we do is not a whole lot of making. We're not doing corn pudding. We're not doing green bean casserole. We're just doing green beans and like the pre-frozen Sister Schubert's rolls. And then I make desserts. That's the only like cooking that I actually do. I'm making sure this is the right lid. It is. Okay. We're going to peel this up. There's our tires. Let's try this. Same thing as before on a cool setting. All right, it doesn't take much. And it would dry faster if I'd use the heat thing, but I'm not going to because I want this to not make my adhesive on my transfer tacky. So it's better to do this way. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do before we put our green on our truck is the windows. I'm going to do white. I use all my little ones. I keep dropping them. I have several, but I keep dropping them in my craft thing here, and they're falling into the bottom of the box. So I don't want to dig those out while I'm live. So I'll just wash this one off real quick. I do stick my squeegees in a bowl of water after I'm done. Yes, Christina, there are 2 other companies I know of. But I actually have people on my team who have transferred from those companies to us because they like it better. Our products and selection are better. And the prices are literally like 50 cents or $1 difference. It's not. And they don't have as good of a commission structure. So I've had them tell me like it was not worth it to try to do those companies rather than ours. And our training materials are way better. Our company has invested a lot of money into training marketing materials. Getting right up to this line, guys, but I'm trying not to go over it. And except for the black, I have used all the lighter colors first because the green is darker, and if it mixes with the lighter color, it's not such a big deal. But if the lighter color mixes with the dark, it's a problem. So we're just pretending that there's a glare on the windshield. That's why it's white. It's a bright sunny day. I'm taking the truck home with the tree in it. It's a country Christmas. Ooh, got a little close there. That's okay. There we go. Like I said before, we lose a lot of detail on this because of the texture of the wood that I'm using underneath. But if you were to do this on a chalkboard, all these amazing little details would be so obvious and so cool. All right, last little bit right here. I think we'll go ahead and do the tree because that won't take me very long at all. Now I do need to remember to come back in and screw the lids on all of these. I can't tell you how many times I've come down here the next day and picked up one of the containers I used the day before, and the lid's not screwed on because I just cap it and don't put the lid on. That's okay. So once again, this is the color green you can't buy now, but you can mix a few colors together. Our chalk paste and our inks actually are really good for mixing. They blend well. You can get some really awesome colors that way. I used to not have hardly any colors. When I first joined, I just had what came in my kit. I think I ordered like an extra black or in a red or something. I can't remember. But I used to have to mix colors in order to have anything but what it came with. Okay, tree is done. Windows are done. Let's pull this up and dry it one more time. And then we'll put the truck on. Right now, it doesn't really look like much of anything. All right. Let's put this back down again. Now this time, all we're going to do is the truck, pull it, and then lastly, we're going to do the entire rest of it with that dune color. So I'm not going to press it down everywhere, basically just around the truck. I'm getting green all over my hands. That's okay. I don't like when I get it under my nails though. It'll color my fingernail and it doesn't come off very easy. It's kind of like when you work in the garden, you get dirt under your nails. It just kind of stays there if you use nail brush or whatever. It's just like, oh my gosh. You always look like you have dirty fingers. The worst is whenever I get red under my nails or like an orange and it looks like something's wrong with you. All right. Let's do our green. So I love this shade of green, especially against this like stained gray rustic background. Now the green has like a different texture. You guys can probably tell. That is no big deal. I should have done the bumper, right? In gray. We're just going to pretend like we didn't notice. But yeah, so they all have a little bit of a different texture. Our pastes are made with some natural pigments, and so it just kind of changes the consistency for each one because they have to use different ingredients to get the different colors. So, come on now. You guys are getting a much better view now that I can do the split camera. You can see a lot closer when I'm working on the project. So I don't know if you guys can tell when I go over a spot over and over, it's because the paste didn't go through the silkscreen very well. So I have to kind of work on it a little bit. Now here we're gonna add this, but we're gonna try to stay away from the white. Poorly. As soon as I said that, I like got it right on it. But just a little bit. I don't think it'll actually show up very well. In fact, I don't know if it's going to even make that much of a difference being that close because of the texture of the wood. So, you know, I might actually need to get one of these little squeegees to finish this. Because I don't want to get too close to this stuff and mess it up. And this is hard to get in these little spots with this squeegee. Yeah, I'll do that. Gonna wash squeegee again. If I can find it. I'm fishing in my water bowl, but it's actually I'll just use this. Here we go, the end of my multi-tool. That's what it's for. Getting in these tighter spots. All right. Now you'd have to be a lot more careful if you were chalking on a solid surface rather than this textured surface. But because I'm not, I don't have to be quite as careful with the details. I mean, you don't want it to look ridiculous, but if you don't cover everything perfectly, it's not going to be super noticeable. And if you don't get right up against a design piece, also, that won't be super noticeable. Wow. There we go. And I've seen people do these trucks in red. I thought about the red because I do like it. I also thought about using our other vintage truck. Thought that would be really cool. But ultimately I decided on this one. Because we have a vintage truck that you can do plaid on the bottom. It's really cool. There's like all these add-ons you can do for winter. I made one last year, but I sold it reluctantly because I loved it so much. And then whenever I found this board again in the store, I was like, oh, score. and I had a coupon. So you guys, if you don't know me already a little bit, then please know that I am forever looking for a good deal. So if you guys, I can just do this real quick. That's my iPad. Hard to see my surface work. Are you all having trouble with the feed? Is it blurry or something? Or choppy or anything like that? Ooh, I don't want that on there. Get off of there. Deb says it's hard to see my surface work. All right, trying to get this last little bit. We'll pull this transfer and see the truck. Are you all hearing that beep sound when it happens? It's notifications. I'm going to have to remember to turn those off before I start. Last little bits here, guys. Whoops. Darn it. Oh, Chantel says it's good on her end. There we go, guys. That was the last of our truck. Now we're going to pull it one more time and dry it. And then we are going to see what we think. I think that gray is too light. What do you guys think? I think it doesn't show up well enough. I think what we're going to do, I'll do it after the fact, is come back in with like a silver and go over that. So it shows up better. And I'll use my detail tool to get in some of these cracks and cut them out. Because I'm feeling like this part is getting lost. Oh, that's not good. There we go. All right, guys, I'm going to just smooth it down around these lawns. I don't need to worry about the rest of it, where the truck is. But I do want to get it where I'm going to be adding my color. Are you kidding me? Well, it's a little bit green. I'll do that part last so that if it transfers the green to my squeegee, it won't get everywhere. There we go. Make sure it's down good. All right, let's do Dune. Now I'm worried it's not going to show up very good. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys, do you think that I should do Dune or go ahead and do the white because we know it pops off there real well? You guys give me your opinions here because I'm not sure what I want to do. Don't know. White or dune? In the meantime, I can find that silver and show it to you. Maybe. I have so many colors, you guys. I've tried to keep them like organized, but I keep getting more colors and adding to my bins. White. Chantel says white. Anyone else got an opinion? It must be over here. Or I lost it. Oh, there it is. All the way on the bottom. There we go. This gorgeous silver color will show up on the tires. And the, like, what is this called? You guys. This doesn't work all the time. I think we can just go over the silver now. And I think it'll be okay. Let's clean this off. Because I don't want a whole bunch of silver in there anyway. So I'm thinking that by just adding it like this, right over the top of what we've already done, that it'll make it look cool. So let me cap my in here. I'm done with my green. I'll cap it too. So let's see. Oh, that looks good. Nice and creamy. All right, I'm just going to go over this the way it is. And if it goes through all of it, awesome. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Looking for that vintage look anyway. So I don't want it to be super bright. But I do want you to be able to see that it's there. Large clump right there. There we go. It just wasn't showing up enough. Sorry, I'm concentrating again, you guys. Can't talk. All right. Get my little headlights here. Hopefully this will just be a nice, subtle little pop that'll like make this a little more obvious. Now I'm gonna have to pull it again. So I kind of lied to you guys about it earlier. We are gonna have to dry again. Last little bit. There we go. Perfect. Put that up. Here we go. Let's see if it even went through at all. I don't know. Let's find out. Oh, it did a little bit. So it did make it show up a little bit better. I still don't know though. I'll put it up on the wall and we'll see. All right, now this time for real. And I'm going to use white because I think you're right, Chantel. I think it'll just be better. Cool. Like I said, I have more white coming. It'll be here soon. It's kind of a lot. I think I'm going to use my bigger squeegee. This is a small squeegee, and the ones I've been using are mini squeegees, and then cut up squeegees for the smaller pieces. All right, guys, here we go. Have to turn this around, and it will help you keep it away from the other colors if you pull it away from the colors you're trying to avoid or the areas you're trying to avoid. That doesn't mean it's foolproof, but it does help. I'm trying to move quickly. Since we're covering such a large area, it could take a little longer. Sorry, I stopped talking again because I was concentrating to work on my multitasking. Now remember I said I was going to do this part last because of that green I accidentally got on there. Almost done. Are you all hearing that dinging noise? It's in my ear. I have to wear earbuds when I use this platform for posting out my videos. And I am getting like all these notifications. I'm gonna have to turn those off before I. All right, guys, that was the last little bit. Let me smooth this out and we will pull it. And you get to see what it looks like, the whole deal. As soon as I get this paste up. All right, here we go. Are you ready with your hearts and thumbs up? There it goes. You guys are seeing it before I am. Ta-da! Now, I forgot to tell you all that I did prep this board a little bit. I sprayed it with a clear coat spray before I started the project. So there it is. Guys, I'm thinking what I'm going to end up doing here is doing this in black. It just isn't showing up and it's bugging me. or I can come back in with it in green, because I really wanted it to show up more, and it's just not. But yeah, so guys, this is today's project. Yay. All right, let me cap all these. I mean, like, twist the caps on. There we go. Ta-da. Today's board. So I think I'll clean that transfer off and put some here and find my detail tool wherever I set it and kind of fix some of these cracks. Because what I've done before with this, guys, is come back in and used the detail tool, the little pointed end of the detail tool, to like clean up a little bit of the lines. The texture on here just makes it hard to get like a nice clean edged, like detailed design. Okay, if you're not hearing the ding, that's cool. It's just in my ear. Awesome. They held it up like this. See the whole board? Yay. But yeah, I gotta do something with this. That just isn't enough. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. I am excited to hang this up, and I'm glad that you guys joined me for today's project. Tomorrow I will be doing another project for Christmas, of course. And I haven't decided what it is. Hopefully I'll be able to do an ink project. So Chalk Couture makes this really great professional grade silk screening ink. And it's really awesome for making shirts and hats and all kinds of things. But I've got an idea for a shirt that uses our November Club Couture transfer. And I am hoping to have it ready for tomorrow. Yay! I'm so excited. Oh, guys, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope that you have a fantastic afternoon, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. So have a good night.